Welcome back to the channel. This your boy, HoodFilms. We in the place. And we're going to talk real quick about the homie, Mekhi Phifer. You know, he a dope actor. He been in the game for a while. And I wanted to give him a little shout out and talk about this little, his scenario. Okay, now we officially live, so I got to cut all my stuff on real quick. But I appreciate y'all coming to the channel and checking it out with us and everything like that. Mekhi Phifer definitely a legend in the game. He been doing it so damn long. And I always been a fan of the brother. You know, Steve-O Stoner, he popped out with me. What's good? What's good, boy? What's poppin', Steve-O? What's good? What's up? I'm starting to write in the comment section myself. I hope I get it right though. Yeah, see, because it's not easy, but I'm definitely doing what's good. Yeah, I ain't even get shit right. I'm gonna get it right though. But what's poppin', man? Yeah, this is another one of the shows I'm doing, Hood Approved. And this basically is a show where we gonna focus on artists and how good they are and what they've been doing in the industries and stuff like that. So I gotta do my little work real quick before I actually kick it off, but I'm kicking it off right now. But Mekhi Phifer been in the game for a long time. I seen him in one of my first movies I seen him in, obviously, was Clockers that came out in 1995. And originally, when I saw that movie, that was one of his first movies, but that was like my first time seeing him in a movie. And in this video I'm gonna play in a minute, he actually describes and explains how he got involved with that movie, which is crazy to me because I was so young when I saw it, like 21, 22 or something like that. It was like 95, and I was like, man, this shit was so good. And it was Spike Lee directed it. But see, at that time, which a lot of people probably don't know, Spike Lee was not doing hood or black street movies. He was only doing like bougie black movies, like Jungle Fever, like what was the other one? Like he just had so many bougie movies. He was like, he did Jungle Fever, he did Mo Better Blues, which is like a jazz movie. He did, obviously he did Do the Right Thing, but Do the Right Thing, you would kind of say that was a street kind of movie, but it was made in the streets, but the story wasn't street. It was more like a black oriented style movie. And if you ever saw Do the Right Thing, you know exactly what I'm talking about. So, but by the time he got with Mekhi Phifer, now he was doing a movie that was more related to the streets, and that's why I want to see it. I remember at that time, emails had just came out. That was when emails had just came out. So you people was rushing to get an email, and I remember that was the first name because I had just seen the movie, and Harvey Keitel played the white guy in the movie. And I'm gonna tell you, I was a little perturbed about the storyline, you know, like that, because it seemed like he looked like me, he dressed like me, he was the same age as me, so I was really locked in on Mekhi Phifer playing this character. So he looked like my same age bracket at that time, you know what I'm saying? So it was like, but then I saw how his character was with Harvey Keitel, and it made me mad. It was like, what? You know, because, you know, where I'm from is no white people. It wasn't even like white detectives like that running up in your face. But in this movie, this was a movie, so I had to keep, and I'm 22, so I had to keep understanding this was a movie. This is not real. This is New York. I wasn't from New York. I didn't know what New York was like. But the movie was good, but again, I was kind of let down because I was like, man, I thought he was going to be, you know, really showing the hood and doing all this stuff, you know, at that time. But he did a good job as far as acting, So I'm going to let y'all first see it. That's just a scene from Clockers, so you know exactly what I'm talking about. This movie came out in like 95, something like that. But I remember it was good. You probably seen it. It's a bunch of faces in there that you have seen for sure. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to just play it real quick. So let me flip the camera. Let's see what they got. Fucking pass up. I ain't gonna do that shit, man. It's not my fault. Well, I'm not hearing that bullshit no more. Motherfuckers like you that muck Rosa Parks. Who the fuck is Rosa Parks? Who the fuck is Rosa Parks? Who's Rosa Parks? I know the brothers out here. Brothers, you stupid, ignorant motherfucker. Brothers? Brothers? Still you take care of your brothers? Huh? Real brothers take responsibility for their actions. And I'm like, damn sure you take responsibility for that. Come on, man. I don't be fucking around. I'm done with that. So you can see this movie was like a legendary story, and then Spike Lee directed this one, and this was his first movie. So and that was a really crazy scene. I think right there, if I don't know if you could No, I don't know if you can see if that's so. No, that probably ain't him because that's just a background actor. But as you see, he was playing really good in this movie, and the old dude, I forgot the dude's name, who actually played the character with him. You know what I'm saying? It was real fly. What's up, Mimi? And I remember the story, but I just wanted him to do so much more. I think he told or something like that at the end of the movie, which made me like disappointed and shit. I'm like, man, what the hell? But it was still good. And I guess Spike Lee he respect because over the years, at that time, nobody was even doing movies. You know what I'm saying? Nobody was doing movies.
I said, you want that spot, you got to get it for yourself. Shit.
Let me see if I can play this scene real quick. And it's another scene from the movie. You know what I'm saying? Let's see what they're talking about. Hopefully they won't play a whole bunch of music because YouTube be tweaking over music.
I didn't even say that. Oh, man, fuck you, Riley. Excuse me? Fuck are you talking to like that? You out of your motherfucking mind. Huh? You think I'm one of them little crew niggas sitting on a project? Motherfucker. Open your mouth, nigga. Now you feel that? I put this gun in your bad breath smelling mouth. I will pull the trigger. And I'll splatter what little motherfucking brains you got all over the Corinthian leather into your rough car. This my wife's brand new car, so you know I don't give a fuck. You understand me? Do you understand me, bitch? As I said, you want that spot, you got to get it for yourself. Shit, I didn't even say that.
Yeah, it was 1995, so you know he did a good job. But I'm gonna let him go and explain how he got involved with the movie because that's really what I wanted y'all to see. He actually explained it a little bit because I don't remember ever hearing him talk about it. You know what I'm saying over the years. But let's get to the
in New York. That was like the stuff of legend. Like even in Brooklyn, we was like, yo, you know that cat on that movie Clock? Was like, yo, they say he got that shit from like a picture. He took a photo. We like, nah, you can't get a movie.
No, what happened was because when I went with my cousin, I left out this part. Remember Woolworths?
Of course,
so Woolworths was like a 5 and dime spot.
Right.
And Woolworths, you could go into a booth and get
I remember. Yeah.
So between me and my cousin, we only had $4, and it cost $3 to get 3 pictures. So we walked all the way from uptown. Nothing was open because it was still early.
Yeah.
So we walked all the way down to next to King High School, right there on like 9th Avenue and like 68th Street, something like that. And as they were turning the key to open the shit, we went in there, and we only have $4. So what we did was say, okay, we get 3 pictures. So this is what we're gonna do. You go in first, then I'm gonna go in, and then we just gonna take the last one together.
Yeah.
So that's exactly what we did. We put the $3 in, very measured, like okay, boom, and then sat in front of the shop, boom, and then ran out. Boom, and then we took the next one together. Boom. Those are our headshots. That was it. And there was no goddamn headshots. It wasn't like this. Right. We had family photos. Yeah. My grandmother.
You didn't know about headshots. You know them little papers.
Exactly. We didn't know shit about no headshots. So I went there, and when I went to the open casting call, they pulled me out of the line and said,
hit the like button, show love, y'all.
Experience, do you, They said, where's your picture? I said, oh. Write your name on the thing, fill out the stuff. And then that's how that happened.
So you were in line with a bunch of other actors.
And they had to be 1,000.
And they pulled you out the line.
Yeah, because what happened was Spike was looking for this lead, and he went to Philly. I think he went to Atlanta, LA, New York. There's a few places that he did this open casting call.
Right.
And so there was a lot of people, and they had it on the news. They had it on Hot 97, on WBLS, and all that kind of shit. And so they wanted to say, and in the newspaper.
Yeah.
So it was a lot of people. And one of Robbie's casting associates, I think her name was Aisha Cooley, had pulled me to the side and just asked me some questions. And
wow.
Listen,
crazy.
Let that be a lesson to you. What's for you is for you, man.
Yeah.
You in line with 1,000 people, no experience. They go, yo, that guy right there.
Yeah, let's just see what he's talking about.
What's for you, man.
And then, but I had to be, but I had to take it seriously. Once they told me, they gave me the sides. They gave me like, okay, here's this scene or 2 scenes, and so I'm 19 years old. None of my friends were actors.
Right.
So when me and my cousin were walking back home, back to Harlem, I'm reading while we're walking back home.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so we met up with my man Big Mike. Shouts to Big Mike. And Big Mike always had the trees.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So Big Mike's, and he's from the Bronx. He was from like 160, like near Yankee Stadium.
Okay.
And he came down, met up with us, and we met in Central Park. And we rolling up and going over the lines. You know what I'm saying? And these were my acting coaches.
Yeah.
My cousin and my man Big Mike.
Yeah.
And so that just show you right there that he utilized all the homies and everybody that was around him, but he didn't not show up for the actual place. You know, even though he didn't have no photos, he said he went to Woolworths, which is like a department store, and in the front they got the little booths. You seen it probably one day, but they don't have that no more. But at that time, you could just go to those places and you can just take a photo and stuff like that. But he made sure he did that. He said him and his homie, him and his cousin only had was like $4, but they walked all the way down to another area of the city, and then they get to the Woolworth, take the photos, go to the casting call, and then the rest is history, because you know he played the movie, and it was a good movie. I mean, I watched it at the theater. You know what I'm saying? At that time, I just loved it, because it was about time Spike Lee had used an actor that was close to my age bracket, because he was using more bougie black people at that time in his movies, and they all became like major actors too. But you know, Mekhi Phifer did too, but he was like a younger guy at that time, and I was like, oh shit, let me see how he do it. I never knew how he got into the industry as far as working on the show, and I thought he probably played in something else, but to hear that was his first acting gig, and him and his homies walking back smoking, and they talking about how he gonna play in the scene, and they gave him, he said they just picked him out the line. You know, imagine that, all these people standing in a damn line, and they come and grab you and tell you come here. And then it lead to you ultimately becoming a successful actor in many more projects, because he played in that movie. And that movie, I was mad because you saw him get beat up too in a couple of scenes and routed, you know, people pulling guns on him and treating him, you know what I'm saying? And that's what made me feel like Spike Lee wasn't in touch. It was like, man, ain't nobody letting no dudes do them like that. There's no way. But this is New York, so it was a different area, a different time. And so this is what, you know, but I'm going to let him go a little further into the story.
So I'm going over the lines, I'm spitting it, I'm going, okay, yo, so-and-so, blah, 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 blah. And my man Big Mike is rolling up, reading with me, going, nah, hold on. You fucked that line up. That word is fucked up. You gotta say, you said the, it needs You messed up that whole shit. Let's start over. That's how that was my first foray into being directed.
Yeah.
From Big Mike and Slap B.
Big Mike acting class.
Shout out that Big Mike.
Cats is in the park, in Central Park.
They're giving us a little young commercial break, so we gotta let that slide through. You know what I'm saying? But that just show you know what I'm saying, that, you know, your friends be actually the ones, especially the ones that show you support and got your back like that. They actually the ones that's gonna help you get to where you want to go. So this is Hood approved. I want you to let me know in the comment section you think Mekhi Phifer is Hood approved, what project y'all seen him in, if you've seen anything that he worked in, if you liked it. I've seen a gang of movies. Like the last movie I seen recently was like, I think it was on like Netflix or Amazon, and it was like him, he was in love with some white girl that he like worked at their house, and then he ended up falling in love with some white girl that convinced him to kill the husband. And then when he killed the husband, he found out ultimately that, well, he didn't know. He went to prison because he was like so in love. He confessed. You know, these movies be so wimpy. He was so in love with her, he confessed to the cops that he actually killed a man. And then she ultimately was dating another white dude who was the person who he saved her husband's life. He saved her husband's life when he was getting robbed one day. And then the guy who was robbing her, the husband that day, was ultimately the wife's boyfriend. That day he was supposed to kill the husband, but it didn't work because, you know, Mr. Hero, Mekhi Phifer, stepped in. It was a dope-ass movie, too. It was on one of those Amazon joints. You know what I'm saying? But y'all got to check that one out if you ever fuck with Mekhi Phifer. But let me know. Hit the like button, share the message. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I know y'all seen him in Paid in Full, and that was a dope movie. I remember when I did like a hood documentary in Chicago, and it's like where everybody hang out, the cars and all that shit be over there. And it always was like that when we was growing up. But, you know, this time I had a camera and shit, so I'm up there filming. And I did it. I shot this whole summer. So that one summer I shot everything. That everybody was on. It was like no cameras around, so I had a camera. And everybody was on camera going crazy. Girls showing everything was going crazy. And so we had to put it on VHS tape at that time because there was no CDs or DVDs. So eventually my homie came to me. He was like, man, my uncle, he could put your shit on DVD. He'll bootlegger. I'm like, what? He was like, man, he'll put you on DVD. He said, you get him $300, he'll give you 100 DVDs. I said, I bet. So I got the 300. I give it to his uncle, and I meet his uncle. We sit down and talk. He said, I'm gonna get it to you, homie. I like that documentary that was called You Show Chicago. I said, I bet. So he gave me the doc. He gave me about a couple days later. He gave me 100 DVDs. So I'm not really at that time really into selling on the street and shit like that, because I'm like a filmmaker nigga, so I'm running around with the camera. But I got like a box of DVDs at the crib. I give it to a few people, but I really ain't looked at it. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, I noticed my movie on this bitch finally, my documentary. It was called South Chicago Uncut. It was called South Chicago Uncut. It was crazy. So make a long story short, I finally look at the DVD, and this movie come on. I'm like, what the fuck? This nigga he didn't cheat me. This motherfucker cheated me. He gave me 100 fucking DVDs with this fucking paid in full movie on my shit. This is the fucking worst shit in the world. I'm calling my boy like, nigga, your uncle a fucking scam. I'm gonna kill that nigga, man. What the fuck this shit get out? So eventually the movie go off, and that's when my documentary come on. And I'm like, why the fuck would you put my fucking movie on the back of a fucking movie? And he was like, so I get in contact with the uncle. He like, nah, this movie cold as hell. You just don't know. You ain't seen it yet. I'm like, fuck this movie. This is a movie from New York. We got a whole fucking movie from Chicago. You put my shit second. It was a fucking whirlwind. But eventually, the DVD get out there. And it blow up so fucking big in Chicago. It was bigger than I could even imagine. It got so big, I was able to sell that DVD 10 years, 15 years in the future, because of that one summer that the uncle had put them on the DVD. At that time, DVDs wasn't really around, but people had DVD players and with video games and all that shit. So by the time it started really rocking, I don't even think you could watch DVDs on video games at that time. No, you couldn't, because it was just coming out. The DVDs was hitting the streets, and it took off crazy. And I was like, what the fuck? I never thought that documentary could do something like that. But it did what it did. So I'm gonna play some of his scenes from Paid in Full, because this is really what he got known for. I mean, as far as Clockers was out in the 90s, so a lot of people probably never saw that. And then it was a Spike Lee movie, so at that time, Spike wasn't really like in Hollywood like that going crazy. So he was just kind of like still like an independent underground filmmaker, but he was still being able to put out movies that you could see in the theaters. You know what I'm saying? But he wasn't like connected like he is today. You know what I'm saying? So here go Mekhi Phifer and Paid in Full. This is one of his scenes, but it was a legendary movie, man. And I think Chuck Stone directed this. Charles Stone, he directed it, and Dame Dash produced it. So it was like a real story from New York, like something that really happened at that time. And it was and when you really see the story, it's like extremely good. I remember at that time watching it, my cousin was doing some braids, some locks in my hair at that time. And when I had a chance to just sit up and just watch it, and I was like, damn, at one point that shit made me want to cry. I was like, God damn, this movie was this fucking good. And then it was like underground. It maybe was out at some point somewhere else, but it was on my DVD, so I could just see the shit 1,000 times. And then people was like, man, they was just loving it. So let's get to Mekhi Phifer.
Baby, I ain't got no money? Bullshit. I see you, shot. I can smell a motherfucker with money. Even Ray Charles can see you got money. Come on, I'm broke, baby. I ain't got no money? Bullshit. What's up, man?
You alright? Chillin', man. Bird? You know what, hey, man? I think I need to go out tonight, man. Alright? I'm at the top. No party for real.
Think you alright?
Everything's cool, man. No, I just need to be around some love, that's all.
You alright?
I'm chillin'.
Alright, well, come around here, baby. I'm on the other side of this gate. I'll show you some love, bitch. Come on, Dick. Come on, Dick.
Sweating ass.
You want to see some love? It's love day. I'm showing people love out here on the court.
Get ready for me, hey.
I got you. I got you right here in the pocket.
Oh. Alright? Alright, my nigga.
Yeah, if y'all ever seen that movie, man, every single scene in it connects to the next connection and connection. It was like 4 different stories going on. Each guy in the movie had their own story, and it was one of the better movies you ever see in your life. Paid in Full, legendary. Chuck Stone directed that. I think he also directed Stump the Yard or something like that with old boy what's the name in that joint. So I'm gonna get back to his interview real quick so you can see what's going on, what he's saying. Hit the like button, share the message. This hood approved. Let me know if he hood approved in y'all opinion. Mekhi Phifer, what he got going on?
Okay, now you need to do that again. Yeah, you fucked this whole time up. That's how. So by the time I went down to the auditions, I knew all the shit. Right? You know what I mean? And my mom was looking at me like I was smoking because I would be in the shower going over the lines. Right. And she'd be outside the bathroom like, who the fuck is this nigga talking to? Who's he talking to? You know what I'm saying? I'm going over these lines. Wow. But that's how I. Prepared for.
And I'm so glad you pointed that out because I said what's for you is for you, and you said, nah, I still had to do the work. Like you still got to do the work. So I'm saying what's for you is for you, but you still got to do your part. The Most High gonna put you in a position, but it's like, all right, nigga, you got to do something too. You don't just get handed stuff. You still got to do your part. So I'm glad you said that. It ain't a hook. Yeah, I glossed over it. I'm glad you said that.
Yeah, because people think, oh man, you got lucky. Yeah, there is a certain amount of luck of right time, right place, but luck is skill and opportunity meeting at a head. Right. You know what I'm saying? So you have the opportunity, but do you have the skill set? Right. And unbeknownst to me, because of doing music, and I used to battle rap. So a lot of freestyle. A lot of freestyle, just rapping on.
So you can retain
information, retain things, and be able to be present. Right.
So you can see now, y'all. What's up? Welcome to the channel too. It's your boy Hood. Welcome to the channel. It's your boy Hood. This Hood approved. We talking about what's going on with Mekhi Phifer. He did an interview on Live from the Green Room. That's with Chris Rock brother. I forgot his first name. It's not Chris Rock, but that's his brother. And he got his own show. And it's dope. I like it. I catch it once in a while, not as much as I want to. But in this point, he's talking about Clockers, which is a movie that came out in 1995. It's one of my favorite movies at that time because it was just a dope-ass movie. It's a dope story. Everything was cool about it, and I loved it. So I wanted y'all to hear a little bit of what he got going on about it. And I want y'all to hit the like button, share the message, and do all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? And they've hit me in the super chats, all the good stuff. You know what I'm saying? Show some love. So let's get back to the message. All right.
I didn't know that I was preparing, unbeknownst to me, to be present in a scene. Because a lot of times actors fall into just reading the lines.
It sounds
or just waiting to say their line, but not listening.
Right.
And not being present. So that's what it taught me inadvertently. I didn't even know that that's what it was doing. But it did it, and shit, now I was the lead in the movie. So that's what started my whole career.
That's crazy because we used to sit on the stoop in Bed-Stuy, Brooklyn, me and my brothers. And our thing was we would sit on the stoop, and the ritual, the routine, the job was anybody that walks past, we had to snap on them.
I snap on them, right.
So we was just, and I got a lot of brothers, so we just sat there, and then it became a thing where everybody in the neighborhood like, yo, the Rock brothers on the stoop. So they would come to the block and just watch us snap, not knowing inadvertently we working that muscle to be able to just like, I can do this anytime right now. I can do it at any time. Just like being present in the moment. Right. Somebody walk past, yo, look at this, nigga looking like nigga. Right. Looking like. So now it's just like any time I'm on stage, like, yo, my man, look at Shorty's dress, yo, how you looking out?
But people don't realize some of the funniest cats is from around the way.
The funniest.
The cats that used to have me literally on the floor dying, rolling around on the ground. Was the cats from around the way. These were the most funny.
Y'all gotta let me know where y'all from too, cause where we from, that definitely was something that we did all the time. I was telling my girl, I was like, at the time we was kids, and my father let some of my older cousins move in with us, and we was just shorties, like I'm talking about very shorties, like 8, 9-ish and all that stuff, and we were just kids. And I remember that one of my cousins, he used to really ride on us, like talk real crazy, like just talk about your shoes, talk about everything about you. And we was kind of rowdy kids, so we was always running the block, running in the hood, running everywhere. And I noticed my cousin didn't even run with the big dudes that would be over there hooping, dunking, going crazy. The street dudes, he didn't even rock with them. But he always was riding on us, like, man, y'all dirty, man, y'all bummy, blah, blah, blah. So I remember going to my father and being like, yo, what we say back? Like he riding on you, he riding on mommy, he riding like we can. I don't even know what to say back. So my father started giving us all this stuff to say. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, well you say this and these jokes like that, and then you say this, and then okay, you got rats at your mama house, and y'all got to stay up all night to eat food. Just different things my father would give us as far as jokes would go. So then you sitting around, you waiting. Here go cuz, he start back up. Yeah, man, that's why. Then you start hitting them with it, and everybody going crazy, laughing. You like, oh shit, okay. Then he piped down. See, he piped down because he didn't know you had that arsenal going like that. You know what I'm saying? You like, oh, you don't even know your daddy, and you talk about my daddy. Your dad don't even take you for a walk. You ain't had no hug or nothing. Cuz start pulling back, like, you know, you don't get them ride-ons you like that no more. You know, but you don't know why do people do that. But at the end of the day, it's like you learn it. And so I remember even going to high school, and then maybe about 15, 16, something like that. Then you get in one of the room study halls of physics or something, and they kick off. Everybody going off on everybody's shoes or pants. You know how it is. You're a teenager, and then here come. Now they on you, and it's like, and look at you, and your haircut and your shoes. And you sitting back like, oh God, I got to think of something quick. And so I just go right back to them jokes that my father said to us, the exact ones. Like I'm talking about 9, 12 years in the future. And I'm like, okay, well, that's why y'all got rats in the crib and y'all got to run around the dining table, and whoever fall, that's who y'all eat. And everybody start dying laughing again. You like, damn, you know what? My man told me them jokes like that shit worked. So it worked no matter where you go. It don't matter like you just your cousin or just you can say these jokes to anybody. They ain't never heard them before. So if anybody play with you about trying to ride on you or cat on you, it's over. I'm going right back to them same jokes. Now I'm older and I know how to put all the emphasis in it and make it just even better. And it's like 7 or 8 jokes. You got more that you added to your own repertoire, but I'm just saying, you like, okay, them same jokes. Like my old man was like, yeah, they ain't got no water in the crib. So every time it rain, they got to go outside and take a shower. This like 1981. This was funny as hell to us. I'm dying laughing in the crib. You know what I'm saying? But now you can still use that on people because people probably never heard jokes like that at that time. So it was just funny. But that is true that, you know, when you're around your people, that be the ones who make it laugh. Thanks for hitting the like button. Thanks for showing love. This Hood approved. I want you to let me know in the comment section, do you think Mekhi Phifer is Hood approved? Do you think he did enough to be Hood approved? Has he worked on his movies and made you feel like he was a good actor in them and shit? Because I remember the first one, which he explained now, how he became the actor in that movie, because again, I never knew. I thought he was just somebody that made it through the casting way. I just never knew. But obviously he said that they picked him out the line, which is like really unique, and they probably will never do that again. You probably never see people that'll happen to. But that was good for him, you know what I'm saying? Because he actually did add a lot of dopeness to the acting game, and I've always been a fan of him now. But as far as some of his dopest movies, I think that Paid in Full would probably be the best movie he ever played in to me. And the rest of the movies is cold too, because I think he did one like a zombie movie with no, it wasn't a zombie, like a Night Living Dead movie. I think him and Ving Rhames was in that. I like that one too. That one's pretty dope too. He did a good job in that. Let's get to it.
Articulate, you know what I'm saying? You know, whether they did something with it or not. Yeah. But these cats was funny, man. I mean,
and I said this to them last week, and I will reiterate. The best talent scouts in the world was the hood niggas, because they could see potential in you, and they kept you out of trouble.
Kept you out of the bullshit.
Because they knew, you got like, yo, you chill. Like I would try to be with the shits back in the day.
Right.
Yo, Tone, chill. So they was the best talent scouts in the world.
Yeah.
So basically, if they had recruited you into the gang, they saw no future.
Right.
Like, yo, he can do some time. He can do some time.
Nowhere with this.
They were like, yo, Tone, get the fuck out of here, yo. Yo, your mom's gonna kill me. Get out of here. But they knew, they saw something that was like,
especially cats that play ball too. Especially in the ball leagues. You know what I mean? If you play ball, if you were on Riverside or Gauchos or any of the teams,
if you was Gauchos, you was out of here.
You was out of here. And if you played at the Rucker.
Right.
Or Dykeman. I used to be up there all the time, 200th Street.
Yeah, that's New York shit, but, you know, I do agree with the hooping side, because I remember, you know, growing up on the basketball court my entire life, and I always remember, like, you know, that was one way I used to always be able to meet people without having a, like, uncomfortable moment. It's like somebody walk up to the court, you out there hooping or whatever, you may be by yourself with maybe a few people with you. This person got to walk up and introduce himself to y'all, because he may be from another neighborhood. Most time they be like that, but he walk up and be like, yo, my grandmother crib around there, and I'm not trying to sit over there, so I came over here to hoop with y'all. And by just being open like that, he instantly is in there. And you get to hoop all goddamn day, all damn every year he come over, it's like, oh, there go old boy again. You know, then some people be uncomfortable because, you know, shit fights happen, whatever kind of shit happen on the basketball court. But then it be like that all the time. And then eventually you got to go somewhere and you walk up to some random people and be like, yo, what's up, man? I'm fresh in town and shit. I want to hoop. I don't know where the basketball at. Motherfucker be like, come on. And it be like that. You just end up meeting people all the time. And then just by being on the court, new faces, new people come in and out all the time. And then now if you got to go and meet new humans or any kind of way in your life, it's not such a tough thing because you already had to introduce yourself to people. You have people introduce yourself to you. And it's all your life. Like, because again, like it could be 4th of July and then you just hooping and then 3 people walk up randomly and be like, hey, you mind if I hoop and shit? Like, who the fuck is you? Like, oh, well, they have a birthday party back there and I'm not finna stand over there. I saw the basketball court. You like, well, shit, come on. And then eventually you meet new people. You even become friends with people over the time. So that's another way that, and then like you said, when you got people in the hood that see potential in you. And I remember when I did that documentary I told you about in the hood and it got so big, you know, I'm just like literally, and I do mean literally, I'm like literally in the hood, like at my boy crib, like smoking weed, like we chilling. Like nothing was different in my brain, like just normal life. It was just literally just normal life. Winter, summer, you just living. And then the DVD got so big, we was really just trying to look at it in his garage because we was always posted up in the garage. He had a little TV in there, so we shot it, so we were finna watch it in there. But it kept getting bigger and it kept getting bigger, and it went to that extent that it went crazy when they put it on the paid in full DVD. So I kept thinking to myself, like, well, damn, because everybody was like, hood, man, you going crazy, nigga, you got da-da-da-da-da-da-da. But where we from, it's a long winter time. So you got from like September to like May, it's a lot of sitting still. It's not a lot of, you can hit the streets, but it ain't the same like the summer. So I'm like, damn, what I'm gonna do? Because it's so fucking long, you can't film. You just sitting around like, god damn, the streets is closed. It's fucking ice on the wall. You can't do shit. So I was like, because Spike Lee had said in a documentary, he was like, you get close to the equipment by going to school. So I was like, I'm going to have to go to school and do some shit because I can't just sit around bored like this waiting for the fucking, you know, summer to kick off because that's what was my major project was the South Chicago shit. That's what everything is where I made the money. It was like my life. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I did. I was like, fuck it, I'm going to go to school and just do that shit. And then I started connecting with more niggas and making more movies and the rest is history. But let's get back to Mekhi Phifer before he ends this little story. And I'm going to play some clips from his next movie too. I mean, one of his old movies. And hit the like button, show some love.
Shouts to Dykeman. I got mad people up there. But yeah, when you uptown, you uptown. Yeah. You know, but you know, it's funny because we so intertwined in our dialect and in the way that we talk. You know, you have differences. You got your differences in the Bronx to Brooklyn to Staten Island to Queens and all that. But we kind of just all New Yorkers. You know?
He asked me earlier when we came in, he said, yo, you know Mekhi? I said, I know him on some New York shit. Like, all the cats that was working towards a thing kind of all crossed paths with cats. Like, so we knew the ball players. Yes. They knew the actors. We knew the boxers. They knew the rappers. We all knew all the dudes that was trying to get in legally. Kind of always crossed paths and knew each other and kind of supported each other.
Absolutely.
You know
and you could tell it's like that in New York too, because that's how hip hop, I believe, came about. Because they didn't really have a gang thing like that, you know what I'm saying, in they states. So people was just really into doing whatever they was doing. It wasn't like this connection to the gang shit that you had to be aware of or be careful of, like it would be in a lot of states, like where I'm from. You know what I'm saying? But it definitely was I like his movie he played in. They playing music on that shit, so we can't rock none of them because they're gonna try to block us. You know what I'm saying? But I'll play that scene right here again. Maybe it's a little bit more clear this time. Let's get it.
That's right. That's right.
Quit freezing on me.
You want to make yourself crazy going after someone else on this?
There's your man, right over there.
Come on. Man, get your little ass in the car.
Fuck Rodney. You don't think he's gonna okey doke me? He's going down, Larry. Down for the fucking count. All right, Rocky. Take it easy, all right? Just take it easy. Fuck you too, Rodney. Come on. Hey. Take it easy. Take it easy. Larry, I swear my mother's grave. I'm gonna hit.
You're supposed to be in my spot an hour ago.
Come on, man. What am I supposed to do? Tell her homicide I can't talk right now?
I gotta go pick up some ounces for my boss, Rodney Little.
You arrested?
Nah.
You didn't tell him go fuck yourself. But what did he want?
Pretty much. You know, it's the same old, same old.
He asked about me?
Nah.
Huh? Cause I never said nothing to you about shooting nobody. All I said, you want that spot, you got to get it for yourself. Shit, I didn't even say that.
Oh, man, fuck you, Rodney.
Excuse me? Who the fuck are you talking to like that? You out of your motherfucking mind? Huh? You think I'm one of them little cool niggas sitting on a project? Motherfucker. Open your mouth, nigga. Now you feel that? I put this gun in your bad breath smelling mouth. I will pull the trigger. And I'll splatter what little motherfucking brains you got all over the Corinthian leather interior of my car. This my wife's brand new car, so you know I don't give a fuck. Corinthian leather interior of my car. Motherfucker. Open your mouth, nigga. Now you feel that? I put this gun in your bad breath smelling mouth. I will pull the trigger. And I'll splatter what little motherfucking brains you got all over the Corinthian leather interior of my car. This my wife's brand new car, so you know I don't give a fuck. You understand me? Do you understand me, bitch? Let me tell you something else. If I ever hear about you talking to that homicide one more time, that Rocco motherfucker, I mean, I don't care if he asks you the time of day. If I hear about my name come up at all, then someone know it was you, and I'm gonna kill you. I mean, you are 187 on the strength, you understand me? Do you understand me? Word is bond. Get your motherfucking ass out of my car.
Here.
Yeah, he snapped on that character. That was intense. That was a lot going on right there. Mekhi Phifer getting pulled over by the police in that movie. That's another thing I didn't like about that movie back then. He was just like constantly communicating with the feds. And it was just a good movie. It was a movie. I know you can't take it so literal. But at that time, it was like, I'm 22. I'm like, man, what the fuck? I'm in the movies like, this is the bullshit of the year. What the fuck? And I remember seeing a movie too, even prior to that. It was called Trespass with Ice-T and Ice Cube. And I watched it, and I was like, I walked out that fucking movie. I was like 19 at that time. They had it at like the dollar show. I'm like, this the bullshit of the year. And ain't no niggas gonna be locked in no motherfucking room with some white people outside. You know, you be so militant and wild at that time when you're young. It's like, man, ain't no way in hell. I walked out. I'm like, man, I can't watch no bullshit like this. So when I saw certain movies, it just be certain, I just couldn't take it. I'm like, and I wanted to walk out on this one, but I wanted to get to the end because I was like, this is the first time Spike Lee used somebody that's my age bracket in a movie at that time frame. And so I watched the whole thing. I wanted to see what they was going to do with it. And I liked it. You know, I said, you know, at the end of the day, you know, they ain't gonna be too this, that, and the third with it. They gonna, you know, I mean, you gotta just take what he can do. You know, take what they give you. You know what I'm saying? So this is a Camron scene from that movie, but since we watching, you know, he really stood out in this movie, Paid in Full. You know.
Like the ass nigga right here. Bet you won't make it again. Put 5 on the tree and make it again. Put the 5 on. Set it back. Bet the 5 right there, you won't make it again. Shoot it. Shoot it. You ain't gonna make it again. Lucky ass nigga right here. This young man. This young man, lucky ass nigga right here.
It's too dark. The shit too dark to really enjoy that one. It'll show a more lighter scene. Let's see if this one's gonna play.
Stop it. Come on, man. You don't mind doing me, man. Can't stop, man. What's up, B? I hope you don't stop. You're disappointed, nigga, man. I hope that game is still on, man. I hope we still got that back, man. I hope we still got that $5,000 back. What? The Knicks, nigga. What? Turn down the bum ass stereo. Nigga, what the you hold on. You said 5 G's, nigga? You gonna stop acting like you only nigga getting money, man. Make it 10, man. What's wrong with you, man? 10 G's, you nigga, I'm getting more money than you, man. You know what I'm saying? I got a G30 bump on your face, nigga. Whatever you want, man. Hey, what's you have for that, man? You need to put your man on. He look bad. Tell that nigga to hit you with an ounce of something or something. You know, this is my Thursday call, man. On Saturday, I'm breaking out with something new, all right?